Right, so what is up guys, SDPeasy here, and today we are going to be talking about another sort of, in the real world topic today, just like yesterday's video. We're going to be talking about Faze Rain, and his situation with the Faze House, his mental health, and everything that seems to be going on at the minute, because it's very, very concerning. So, if you are unaware, or you don't have Twitter, or you just haven't kept up with the situation, Faze Rain, one of the founding members of Faze Clan, all the many, many years ago, I think actually it was the 10th birthday the other day, they did the bear brick, Faze Clan bear brick. It looks sick. If you haven't seen that, look on Twitter. But yeah, it's all the 10 years ago when they started. He was obviously one of the founding members. He was one of the first people I ever watched on YouTube. I loved all of his Call of Duty, all the way through to his vlogs in the last few years. His Call of Duty content back in the day was so sick. I used to love that. I used to be like, I want to be like Ray. That was a guy I watched from the very, very start. One of the people I definitely have watched for years on years now. So this is basically the last few days. Obviously, he has tweeted out, "I've been kicked out of the Faze House." The tweet that you saw in the thumbnail, and I'll probably put it on the screen by now. He's been kicked out of the Faze House. Obviously, they've only just moved in there very recently. Obviously, probably within the last 2 months, I think they moved in there. Maybe 3 months. Might be a little bit longer than that actually. I might be lying, but obviously they haven't been there that long, and he's been kicked out for sort of an unknown reason. Of sorts, like it's sort of unknown, sort of. There's a lot of speculations about what it is, and obviously in the last few days he's tweeted out a lot towards Faze Banks about it being about money, that he's owed 5 years worth of pay that he's just sort of forgotten about so that they can move forward, and it's just a bit. It's like if they do owe him that kind of money, that is pretty awful. You should be paying someone like him, or anybody in general, but especially someone like him, should be getting paid that kind of money if they're owed that kind of money. And obviously Faze Banks has obviously commented on this online, saying that it's not to do with this, and so on and so on. The other day he posted this tweet up, I believe this was yesterday, just talking about how he's got a lot going on in his life at the minute. It's way deeper than can ever be spoke about on Twitter. It's got obviously quite clearly to do with mental health, and I know in the past that Faze Rain has had problems with drugs and mental health and so on, so it's obviously something to do with that again, and it's very sad to see. And they've obviously, I don't think they've actually kicked him out. I think they maybe just advised he goes back to his family or something. But a lot of people are trying to say he's living on the streets and whatever. And he's sort of, it's clashing again. It's clashing opinions. It's a bit like the Banks Tfue situation when the contract. It's like that. They're clashing against what is the real story. We don't really know. But the main thing we need to focus on more than him being kicked out of the Faze House, more than that, because obviously he'll never be kicked from Faze Clan. If you look at his Instagram stories and so on, he's still wearing all of his Faze chains, his Faze clothing. He's still wearing everything that associates him to Faze Clan. Because obviously, as being one of the founding members for 10 years of Faze Clan, of course he is still going to. He's not just going to cut them off like that. But the main thing we need to focus on is the last few days. His Twitter has been quite scary. His tweets are very, in the nicest way possible, very, very suicidal. It's really sad. He's getting a lot of support, and a lot of people are tweeting at him, and he's just tweeting very scary things. I think this morning he tweeted, "I hope this day is my last," or something. It's terrifying. And obviously loads and loads of people have obviously replied to the tweets, trying to get his attention. All kinds of creators like KSI replied to it, just about how just you need to think about it, man. Same sort of thing from Mr. Beast. Of course, you got Faze Jev. All the Faze members pretty much replied to it. Faze Jev put a massive one about how he inspired him throughout his whole career, and you really need to think about what you're talking about, and just think about what you're possibly suggesting out online. Which obviously is a kind of topic that maybe shouldn't be spoke about online, but because obviously how big their online presence is nowadays, it all ends up on there anyway. It always ends up on Twitter. Anything big, even though it's kind of the thing that probably shouldn't be spoke about online. It probably should be kept under close wraps. Just talk about it with the people that matter to you. But now, of course, the whole world is exposed to it, and it's scary. It is scary to see when you see tweets about him on about committing suicide, and just how he's been kicked out and he's living on the streets. And you think how big this guy is and what he has in his career, and there's a possibility of him living on the streets. It's kind of terrifying to think about. And I think a lot of people are just hoping he's okay. Like I say, he's one of the first people I ever watched on this platform. I love the guy. His content has always been, all the way from Call of Duty to his, always been class. He's always been a top content creator, and people need to spread the message of love to him, because the guy is clearly in a very bad place with mental health and possibly with drugs and maybe some other things. Obviously we don't know, because you don't want to spread that kind of stuff online. He needs to sort this out between him, Banks, and whoever else needs to help him. All the Faze boys need to help him out. But clearly he's in a bad place, and I think it's just important that we make it clear that he's loved on the platform, and everybody goes and shows him love. And if you are watching this video, just go and tweet him. Just go and reply to one of the tweets. Just tweet at him, just saying that you love his, whatever you love about him, you love his content, or just that you love everything he does, or just send him a picture of like old times with him with all of his boys from Faze Clan. Just do something to try and post a positive message out there, because obviously it's not a nice situation. It's pretty bleak, pretty grim. It's just nasty to think about. So just, if you do have any time out of your day, just tweet at him or anything. Just tag him in something. Just try and get the attention across to him that he is loved and he needs to really think about what he's doing. Because it'd be a waste. It'd be a really sad shame. It'd be terrible. But hopefully that, if you were unaware, that's helped you and you're more knowledgeable about it. And like I say, please just go and tweet at him, show him support to him, make sure he knows he's feel loved across the whole of the platform, no matter how small you are, or even if you're like the likes of KSI with 20 million subscribers. It doesn't matter whether it's you or it's just Timmy who's got one Twitter follower. It's important. So just go and show some love to the guy, and hopefully I've educated you a bit more on the situation, and we all obviously hope that Faze Rain is okay and gets through this and sorts himself out and gets back to his normal self. Like I say, guys, if you have enjoyed it, if it has helped you in any way, or just inform you on the situation, please drop a like on the video. Comment down below, just showing some support for Rain and love for him. Like I say, tweet at him. Subscribe if this is your first time around here. We are only 9 subscribers away from 600, and I hit 500 like 18 days ago. So if we can do it in the next 3 days, which I think at the rate we're going, you guys can definitely do it. We'll somehow hit an extra 100 subscribers in like 3 weeks, which would be insane. Obviously not the main point of this video, but it would be insane, guys. So thank you for your support. Go and show some love to Rain, and peace.